Good afternoon. I'm excited to introduce you to Dana Lawless, who's with us from Passavant Memorial Homes Family of Services. She's joining us today for a PASHI Get Hired virtual recruitment session. And so welcome, Dana.
Hello, nice to be here.
So we're going to kick it off and ask Dana a series of questions, and then we'll make this, actually we're recording this session, so it will be available out there on YouTube for people to access at a later time as well. So let's kick it off by asking you first, Dana, to tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with Passavant Memorial Homes Family of Services.
Definitely. Well, hi again. I'm Dana. I am the talent acquisition specialist here at Passavant Memorial Homes Family of Services. To shorten it, we'll just say PMHFOS. We do that a lot as well. And I oversee and manage the recruiting department here.
That rolled right off your tongue. I don't think I'd be able to do that acronym quite that quickly, but
it took me a while.
I might shorten it to Passavant, which is not accurate.
No, that's all good.
An accurate name. But so, what do you find that employees and interns like best about Passavant?
So working here, I believe that everyone really likes that it's such a rewarding career. We are a company where we provide specialized services to assist people with intellectual disabilities, autism, and behavioral health needs. So it's very rewarding no matter what position you're doing. And the team atmosphere here is second to none. And another great thing that a lot of folks like here at our company is we have really great and top-notch training systems.
That's awesome. So what makes your organization, in your opinion, unique from other organizations, those of its kind, or maybe even ones that aren't anything like yours?
Definitely.
Makes it different.
So like I said, PMHFOS, so we include a couple different subsidiaries under our company. So we have the company that started it all, Passavant Memorial Homes. We have PDC Pharmacy, Life Enrichment Trust, and Accessible Dental Services. Because we have so many different subsidiaries, we have so many different positions open in the healthcare field. So if you work for one of our subsidiaries, there's a ton of room for growth, and you can always try a different position.
I didn't realize that. So that's really, that's a lot of opportunity there. So on that note, if somebody starts in perhaps one sector of your organization and then decides they'd like to transition to another, are there opportunities to do that?
Yeah, if we
they're
have
qualified, of course.
No, yeah, definitely. Yep. If we have positions open, we definitely encourage internal employees to apply and give it a try. We've had people do that throughout the years, and maybe they started off doing one thing and they're doing something completely different, but they're enjoying it. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what are the I'm throwing in extra questions. What are the various, what are some of the locations of your organization?
Yeah, so we're pretty widespread all around Western PA. We have our corporate office up in Warrendale, and then we have regional offices. Harmer covers our Allegheny County area. We have Rochester that covers a lot of Beaver County. We have offices in Greensburg and Mount Pleasant that cover a lot of Westmoreland County. So we're pretty widespread. We have a little office up in Newcastle as well, and then we even have an office out in Delaware. So we're pretty big, about 1,700 employees.
Okay, that's great. I ask that because then that's even more opportunity depending on where a graduate would like to live and work. So fantastic. What is something most people don't know about your organization or might be surprised to learn?
I definitely think that one thing people are surprised to learn, and I don't even know if that I'm answering this correctly, but a lot of students when they apply don't realize that a lot of the positions that we have open, that they can use their degree for it. So we have a lot of folks that are going to school for teaching, and that's a great degree for a lot of positions that we have. And it's just a different career track that you can take. A lot of times people think, oh, teaching, I'm going to go to the traditional teaching role, but we have like program specialist positions where you can kind of get into more of the management aspect of it. So that's one thing that a lot of candidates don't know, that I normally like to let them know, that there's different avenues they can take.
That's great. Yeah, you're right. Not everybody thinks of the various career paths that are available with a particular organization. I think it's really important to point that out. So what is something you look for on a candidate's resume or in their cover letter?
So one of the things I look for, as well as our HR staff, is just making sure that there's no mistakes on your resume. So just making sure that you're proofreading it and triple checking everything. Because that really is, important. That's the first thing that recruiters and HR staff are going to see. They're going to see your resume, so you just want to make sure that no mistakes.
Good. Yeah, very important. We do tell students this, but I think it's great for them to hear it from employers.
Mm-hmm. And I can kind of go off on that just a little bit more.
Sure.
And just when they're applying, just take the extra step, just instead of hurrying up and submitting your resume and getting it in within 5 minutes, taking the time to, like I said, submit your resume, making sure you're doing the application correctly, because recruiters and HR professionals do notice if you miss a question, or like I said, if you're missing something on your resume. So taking that extra step just to make sure everything's filled out correctly and no mistakes on your resume really goes a long way.
I agree. Thank you. Do you have any tips on what students and job seekers should do and maybe not do in a job interview?
Definitely. So what I kind of wanted to chat about with this question today is, since a lot of employers right now are doing virtual interviews in light of everything that's going on with COVID, is treat your virtual interviews the same as you would in-person interviews. So have your resume right next to your computer just so you can answer questions from the recruiter or HR rep. Dress professionally. You can wear PJs on the bottom, but make sure you're professional up top. Logging into the interview on time. If you're having technical difficulties, make sure you have their contact information to let them know, because to be honest, in my opinion, I think this is going to be the new normal for a while.
I agree. I'm so glad you mentioned that. It's good advice. What opportunities are available for alumni, soon-to-be alumni, and graduates, and maybe even current students with Passavant?
Definitely. So as far as current students, we're always hiring for direct support professionals. We have, like I said, positions available all over Western PA. We have a lot of students that they're working block shifts, which they're getting full-time hours while they're in school. I know when I was in school, I had to, work to pay for my books and my spending money. But as far as people that are alumni or they're soon to be alumni, we have like therapeutic staff support positions, program specialist positions. Those are positions that I mentioned before that are really great if you have, a teaching degree, or you could even have a communications degree, which what I had. We have a lot of nursing positions as well if you're a nursing student, and we have a staff accountant position that we're currently working on. So a lot going on, even if you're kind of looking to maybe not go those typical routes, and we have like pharmacy roles available if that's something you're interested in. So definitely a lot to choose from.
That is a lot to choose from. And again, I think we sometimes forget that every organization hires for pretty much every position. Maybe you have one staff accountant versus an accounting firm that would have a whole team, but still you do hire for those roles. So the last question I really have for you is, Dana, what is one piece of information or advice that you'd like to leave everybody with as we end our time together today?
So one thing I really wanted to just let everyone know today is, don't hesitate to reach out to recruiters and HR reps if you have questions about multiple positions. I get it all the time, and I'm happy to hop on the phone and just explain and see what would be a good fit for you. Also, never be afraid to hop on the phone and take as many interviews and phone interviews and virtual interviews that you can, and phone calls that you can, because you never know what the next opportunity will lead you.
You've provided such great insight, great advice today, Dana. I really appreciate it. I know that anybody else who's listening will too. So any last pieces of information you want to share, maybe something I haven't asked you?
No, I think that's pretty much it. If you end up, wanting to chat with me about a position, you can always reach out to careers@passavant.org. Or if you want to check out a list of all our open positions, pmhfos.org.
That's great. Thank you for sharing that information too. And again, thank you for spending time with us today. We appreciate it a great deal. And we look forward to working with you. All of our state system institutions, career centers look forward to working with you to help you further your brand, as well as help you meet your recruitment and hiring goals. So thanks a lot.
Thanks so much. That was great speaking with you.